Hi bestie, let's talk all things geography. Paper 2. I feel like paper 2 is that one paper where you can really just take advantage of the situation and, you know, give it your all. You know, a lot of people tend to perform a bit better in paper 2 because a lot of people consider it to be general, I guess. I never said that. Anyways, basically, let's talk about the structure. It's more or less similar to paper 2, paper 1 that you wrote. 3-hour paper, 150. Two sections, A, B. And section A has settlement and economic geography, which is the theory-based. And then section B is your map work. Section A has 2 questions that are 60 marks each. You need to answer all of your questions in geography paper 2. You do not pick. Okay, so now let us talk about what do you look at. What is critical in this topic? Remember, basically, a lot of people don't perform well in this paper because they assume that it is a general knowledge kind of paper. You know, I've done a video before on the common mistakes that people actually make, so go and have a look. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just press there on the bio, you will get it. So remember, your GIS is still going to be the same in your map work. Your map work is still going to be the same content that I have informed you guys about. That is your contour lines, compass direction, true bearing, magnetic declination, map scales, area, calculating a straight line, coordinates, cross section, vertical exaggeration, either that be on a topographical map or an orthophoto map. GIS, know your definitions, your components, the sources of information, what is remote sensing and the 2 components under that, and data layering. And what is buffering, if you were asked, you need to be able to know that. If you're looking at the study of settlements, it's very important that you know all your definitions. How is a rural and an urban settlement different? And how can we classify settlements according to complexity, pattern, or functional size? And looking at the patterns and how to identify them, and what are the advantages of this one as compared to this one, and looking at the different shapes of rural settlements. If there's a crossroad, what are the benefits to it? And if there's a round one, what's the history behind it? Why is it round? And the rural issue settlements, let's talk about that. That is where you need to score marks. Basically, I believe that some of us come from, emakhaya phume lokshin. So these things we know way better than other people. Like, for example, if you look at a case study where they're talking about, ways to depopulate. If a community is depopulated, what do you think can be done in a general sense, but putting it in the context of geography? If you're talking about urban settlements, remember that urban settlements also do have, they do have the issues now, the fact that everyone is moving into the city, because we see that it has a lot of opportunities. There's traffic, there is environmental impacts of pollution, there's quite a lot, there's shortage of service provision in those areas. So those are the things you need to look at. Economic geography, you need to know all the 4 economic sectors, definitions and examples, and how they contribute to GDP and GNP. And remember that in agriculture, there's an agricultural product that gets examined each and every year, and it usually gets changed. This year, what are we doing? Is it beef? I believe it's beef this year. And when it comes to the mineral, what is the mineral? I think it's coal. I think the mineral is back to 2021, the ones that were done in 2021. So please make sure that you know those and you look at the current things happening in South Africa with regards to those mineral and agricultural product. And then I don't know what industry is being done this year. Is it Southwestern Cape? Someone let us know in the comment section. But do let us know, are we doing Saldanha Bay as well for the IDZ? Let us know. So basically, I believe for this paper, it's not really so complex. I just want to touch a bit. I touched on this when we came to the analysis of the diagnostic report from last year. But I just want to see some of the things where people really lose a lot of marks. Like, you see, some learners didn't know what the industrial development zone actually is. So as a result, people didn't answer the questions properly. So it's very important that you at least know your definitions basically. So even if things get tough, it's very important that you know how to do. But it seems like these are things that basic map reading skills are not there. People are not able to interpret what this means and how can you see it on a map. So it's very important that you know how they contextualize it to this particular area. And most of the time they like asking it in terms of settlements. Most of the time, I'm not saying always. So it is very important that you have a look at that. Usually when it comes to map work, let's look at last year's question paper and see in what context it was placed in. Remember, bestie, we are not skipping any questions. So they were given a map, a case study on the area of Verulam, which is in Durban. They asked about the contour interval. You have to choose. What is the contour interval of an orthophoto map? What is it? Do you know it? Go and find out. Being able to do grid references. How to calculate vertical exaggeration and gradient. That's what they asked last year. You see, map interpretation, they asked it in context of settlements. Is it a dispersed or a nucleated settlement pattern? A factor that favors mining. What factors actually favor mining? Give me 5 right now. Give me 5. So those are the type of questions basically that you could expect. So other than that, being able to identify what a human-made polygon is and a natural line feature on a map or a sketch that the examiner could provide you with. And why buffering is important for rivers, and is it always good? Besties, good luck. I know you guys are going to get that distinction. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bye.